Yes, ma'am. Actually, I
Oh,
I tried on the other link.
nee, I got the mail. I just got the
Yes.
notification of the mail. Hence, I have actually asked Rishi sir that could you please resend the link again. So he has sent you.
Okay.
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 So
I noted, ma'am. I noted, ma'am.
okay. So, Dakeshi, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to repeat the similar words which you have spoken and I have spoken right now in the way that I am telling you as I have listened that conversation. Okay. Now
Okay.
here
Okay.
I am becoming Dakesh for a few minutes. Okay. And you
Okay.
are going to
Okay.
become, you're going to become my friend right now. So
Okay.
I'm after a few days, so I'm going to share the experience. So hi Durgesh, how are you?
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also feeling good. Okay, Durgesh, yesterday I was traveling by train. So I've come across with this teenager. I was listening to a conversation, and as soon as I started the conversation, I began like this, like, "Hello, how are you, kid? How are you, kid?" I am just repeating the same words, Durgeshi. I'm not changing anything because these were the dialogues which were repeated, which were said in the same manner. So I'm not going to change it in an indirect speech. Now, the child who has spoken this, now he's not in front of you. You're my friend. He's not in front of you. So how am I
Yes.
going to repeat? And you know what did he reply? You know what did he reply? He was very rude. And he replied rudely. And note it down, Dokeshji. He replied rudely. Like whenever you're going to mention about the dialogues, the person who has spoken like that, so try to express it like that. He replied, and whatever you want to add. If you want to add, that is also your wish. If some kind of expression is not there, that is not required then. He replied, you can simply speak of the sentence, or he replied rudely. Now I'm going to repeat that sentence. He replied rudely that he was traveling to Vadodara. Now he was traveling to Vadodara. I'm not going to repeat here that he replied, I am going to Vadodara. ऐसे नहीं कहेंगे कि उसने रिप्लाई किया कि मैं वडोदरा जा रहा हूं. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज आई एम देयर. यू आर गोइंग टू यूज दैट ही वॉज ट्रेवलिंग वडोदरा. I'll repeat the sentence. He replied rudely that he
That
replied
he was traveling to Vadodara.
absolutely right. Okay. Now, not only this, he even replied in this manner that what kind of question was that? What kind of question was that?
Was
At
that?
that point of time, yes, at that point of time when I was the teenager and I was talking to you, I asked this: what kind of question is this? What kind of
Yes.
question is this? I have asked this to you, okay? But
Right.
now, being Durgesh and being you as a friend of mine, so I'm going to repeat that particular sentence. I'll be repeating in this manner. He replied me again
Yes.
rudely. You know what did he say? He just simply said that what kind of question was that? Not in fact was that, that was. Why that was? कि पहले आ जाएगा आपका main subject and then the auxiliary verb, because that is the indirect speech. That is the application of indirect speech. I'll repeat this sentence again. Okay. He replied rudely
He replied
that
rudely.
he was traveling Vadodara and what kind of question that was. And he even added what kind of question that was.
Question that was.
That was.
He replied rudely. He replied rudely. He was traveling to Vadodara, and he add what type of question was that?
Okay. Was that bhi chalega? Abhi in the starting, wo bhi chalega. Reason behind, because we are learning. Other than this, that was is the perfect grammar. That was. Okay. But
Okay.
because we are learning,
Okay.
so it is. Okay, let us continue with the role play itself. Fine. Next line. Now, I have asked you this, okay? That what kind of question you're asking? Now reply me back.
Yes. Yes. No, I am simply asking because you are my co-passenger, so I want to talk you because the journey is very long. So that's why I ask you question. There is no my personal intention regarding your uh, regarding to you, regarding to you.
But can't you see
But
that can't you see that I have some kind of stress upon my head?
yes, yes, yes. I feel, and you look like that you are in very serious situation, or you are uh, uh, in uh, in depression. That's why I ask that there is any problem, or you can you lost your any bag or any item. That's why I ask the same question.
Right. Have you lost? Very good question. If you're going to do role play, then it's going to be really better like that. Okay, we are going to do the
Yes,
role play. Nobody gets connected tomorrow. No, we are going to do a role play. Before that,
yes.
continuing, write down these two dialogues, Durgeshji. First dialogue, no, I am simply asking, I am, as I am your
No,
co-passenger.
I
I'm simply
simply asking
as I am your co-passenger. That was the perfect line you
as
had spoken without any grammatical mistake.
yes. No, I simply asking as I am your co-passenger.
Here, that's all.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Now write down my
yes,
dialogue as write down my dialogue as well. But can't you see that I'm depressed? But can't you see that I am depressed?
yes. Can't, but can't
You see.
you see I am depressed? Depressed.
Okay. Now coming to that
Yes,
role where I am Durgesh and you are my colleague. Okay. So I'm going to
yes,
repeat the words.
yes.
Not this, later on, even I replied politely. I replied politely. Okay.
Politely.
Uh, Not even replied politely because you have used here no. Okay.
Yes,
So I
yes.
denied, I denied politely. I
I
denied
deny,
politely
deny politely.
that I am simply asking, I was simply asking, that I
Yes, I
was
was
simply asking
simply asking
that, sorry, as you have
that
written as
as
I was his co-passenger, as I was his co-passenger.
I was his co-passenger.
Yes, full stop. No, there was a
Full stop.
dialogue which was spoken by you and it was really good. But just to make you understand, okay, I repeat this once again. You are my colleague. Let me give you any name. Let me give you Raju itself. Okay. So,
Okay,
do you know Raju?
okay.
That I replied politely to him that I was simply asking as I was not, I was as I
I
was
was
his co-passenger. I was his co-passenger.
co-passenger.
So this how you're going to reply. One more thing. Now, what I'm going to speak. Not only this, he again replied aggressively. Raju, he replied again aggressively.
He again replied aggressively.
Aggressively, aggressively,
It is,
that
it is right.
aggressive. Couldn't I see, couldn't he see that he was depressed? Couldn't I see, couldn't I see
Remember,
that
he replied again.
he
He
replied again,
replied again aggressively.
couldn't I see
Couldn't I see
that he was
that
depressed? He was
he
depressed.
was depressed? Depressed.
Okay. So
Again
Raju, do you
aggressively.
so
Yes,
Raju, do you
yes,
know
yes.
what happened? I denied him and I mentioned that I was simply asking as I was his co-passenger. And not only this, he replied aggressively that couldn't I see that he was depressed. This
Okay.
is something.
Okay.
Now, it is not important that you have to speak perfectly. There could be some kind of mistakes, but while repeating the pronouns, we need to make sure that tenses and pronouns are repeated perfectly. You can do the mistake in here or there because nobody is perfect in grammars when it comes to the spoken English, right? So it is not
Okay.
always the case that you're talking to the third person and he knows the narration very well with the rules, of course. It only happens with the English teachers, especially that, and especially for the students. So it is not the case with the students who are learning speaking skills. So you can do the mistakes of like here is changed into there, now is changed into then. So adverbs also get changes. So that is not very important. That is not an
Okay.
important case. When we talk about the tenses and pronouns, that literally affects while for the
Yes.
listener. Literally affects.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let us just continue with that role play itself. Coming back to the role play. Three more lines. Okay.
Okay.
No, you have spoken the last sentence, no? That
Yes.
I
Actually,
I
I am worried due to your face expression. Have you lost your luggage or anything? That's why I am worried.
no, sir, I have not lost any of my luggage. But I'm depressed because of my some kind of social or my personal reasons. That I don't think so that it is easy to share with you because you're just a stranger to me. But the way you're getting comfortable to me, so I would like to share. May I?
Yes, you can share because you look like a adult son or you look like a more than 18 year. So in this age, there is no reason of depression. There is no reason of sadness. When I was in this age, then I never depressed. But new generation, I see many times they are depressed in their 18s.
Hold
So
for a
it's
second.
yes,
Now you become Durgesh again, and I am becoming
yes,
your colleague. Now repeat. Try. At least try for it. We are not going to do the correction. We are not going to do, we do not have any kind of pressure that we have to correct it up, but at least you can try. Okay. So I'm becoming your colleague. Okay, Durgesh, what happened then? The way he has replied you aggressively again and just mentioned about that related to something. No, he is not traveling
yes,
to the.
yes, yes. Then I said him, actually I am worried because you are my co-passenger, and the sadness of your face is look like you lost your some luggage or your some important things. That's why I am asking the same question, repeat and repeat.
Yeah, right. Now you have got it
Yes.
right, actually. Perfect. Okay, Durgesh, we are going to continue this class tomorrow. Okay. My husband is calling me
Yes,
again,
yes,
and I'm really
yes,
sorry for
yes, yes. But
that.
definitely we do this type of the conversation, and if we want to improve this type of the conversation, then definitely I will try to learn direct and indirect
Yes,
somewhere.
right.
Yes,
Yes,
because it is related to direct indirect.
yes, absolutely. Okay, okay. Bye, Durgesh. Good
Okay,
night.
okay, okay. Good
Good
night,
night.
ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.